Hi, it's Carly McAvoy. Today I'm talking about the difference between a population and a sample. So a population is the entire population that you're looking at, and if we have numbers describing that, we call those parameters. And a sample is the part of the population that you're surveying or interested in out of that total population. And so if we talk about numbers having to do with a sample, we're talking about a statistic. So we're going to answer these questions for this scenario. What's the population? What's the sample? What proportion of the people are in favor and what proportion are against the new law? Remember, a proportion is not a mean. A mean is like, let's say I had 20 people and I asked them, how much did you spend on coffee this week? And I took all those answers and made an average. That's a mean. But if I just said, out of you 20 people, how many of you had coffee this week? And that would be a proportion. So there's two different things here. We're talking about proportion here. In this particular scenario, a mayor has a town of 5,752 people, and she wants to enact a new law. And she wants to see how people feel about it. So she sends a questionnaire out. There's 2,850 households, and she receives 428 responses from that survey, a questionnaire. Then she stops local people at a mall, making sure they are residents of the town, and gets 230 more opinions. And the total answers that she got, 296 are in favor and 311 are opposed, and there are 51 people who are undecided. So you have to ask, what's the population in this scenario? We have all kinds of numbers in here, but there's only one that describes what this mayor is interested in before she starts to bring a bill forward, and that is, how do people in this town feel? And there are 5,752 people in this town. That is her population that she's interested in. That's why when she's asking opinion at the mall, she makes sure they're residents of the town. She doesn't want to know how people from 20 miles away feel. What is the sample in this scenario? Well, she gets 428 responses here and 230 more here. The sample has to do with who actually answered your questionnaire. So not how many you sent out or not how many people you tried to annoy at the mall, actually how many people responded, and that's going to be your sample. 428 and 230, 658 people in her sample. So any data we have that has to do with the sample, those would be statistics. Okay, what proportion of the population are in favor? A proportion, you're just going to take the number of people that were in favor divided by the number of people that responded, and then you always reduce to lowest terms, and you might be asked to give that as a percent, which would be 44.98. If you move that decimal 2 places to the left and got 0.4498, that would be the decimal version. Sometimes you are asked to give that. What's the percent against the new law? Again, we're just going to take the number of people that were against it divided by the total, and we get 47.26%. And then what percent were undecided? It's going to be 51 over 658, giving us 7.75%. All right, have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you next time.